here we are packing the boat up. Part of the process is take all the chain out, wash it in fresh water, and put it back in again. You see the boys are downstairs with the brushes and fresh water, washing the chain as it goes, all 100 metres of it.
We have caught a froggy in our net. As you can see, it doesn't want to be here.
It's quite big.
It's a big froggy. His friend is over here. He's just sitting there, waiting for his friend to come out.
Really?
Except he's stuck.
No, Dad! I just want to see.
I'll turn it up.
He's boingy, boingy, boingy. Gonna have to help him out of the net.
There he goes.
Boing, boing, boing.
He's got all the bumps on him.
Cool froggy. We found another frog. And he's caught in the net again. Dad, do you want to take the net off?
He's going to run for it. Oh, he stuck his head. Oh.
And here goes Mr. Froggy.
Froggy number 2.
On this side, yes. Inside.
Froggy number 3, actually.
How was your frogging adventure?
It was cool. We caught a lot of frogs. And I also named a frog hotel, Frogmania. Because it was just cool. There was a lot of frogs in it. And it was really cool.
So we've spent the last few days packing up Wave and we're close to leaving, and we've been really lucky. We struck a really good travel agent in New Zealand, Renee Lomas of Hello World in Milford, and she sorted out our tickets, and she's just sent me an email to say that our flights are still going ahead as scheduled, which is good news because we hear flights cancelled all the time. So it's a little bit worrying that we've got everything lined up and they might be cancelled, but still with 2 days to go, all looking a-okay, so fingers crossed.
You may remember that while we were anchored in quarantine, we played bingo and won some prizes. We finally had a chance to go to Turbulence Marine and collect them.
We've come to the container park, which is an eatery collection of eateries here in Grenada, which poses one problem. That is, Glenn has to make a decision about what he wants to eat for lunch. So we think we've settled on wings. So we're on a road trip around the leeward side of Grenada, and this harbour looks amazing on charts. However, here you can see pretty much the head of the harbour is the island rubbish tip, and the harbour is full of old boat refuge. So that's why this good looking harbour on the charts is no good to actually anchor in. This is the main road, north.
Royals Airport was captured by the Americans during the invasion of Grenada. At the time, there were 2 planes on the tarmac. One was a Cuban plane and the others was a Soviet Union plane gifted to Grenada for agricultural use.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Last night, last meal, last carob,
Last tomato sauce.
last tomato sauce, and Grenada.
Well, that's it. We said goodbye to the boat and we got on the plane. Bittersweet, really. Excited to get home and see family, but not excited to be leaving this way. But getting home was not going to be that easy. First, we had 6 days of travelling. First stop, St Vincent, where our layover was 4 days. Friends we'd made during our time there had offered for us to stay with them. An unexpected invitation had the kids joining the Vincy Sailing Club for a couple of days.
And a couple of backs. And lots of parents because everyone wants in on the ice creams.
A while ago, I read a book called Escape from the Ordinary by Julie Bradley. In her book, she said she adopted the theory, just say yes. She said it's all very well to be cosy and want to read a book in your cockpit when you're feeling a little bit lazy, but if somebody comes by and says, let's go for a walk, you just say yes. You never know what you're going to discover. So when our host said, would you like to come on a tour of the island, we just said yes. And so our first destination was a medical marijuana farm, followed by a rock crushing plant, and finally in the cutest little bar in the middle of the island. Our 6-hour stop in Miami was just long enough for us to grab a meal, and the kids were amazed at the size of the American portions. Next stop was Los Angeles. We were here overnight, but we arrived late, discovering the next morning that absolutely nothing was open due to a COVID lockdown. We stayed in our hotel room as long as we could and then went straight to the airport. When we finally went through to the transit lounge and we saw the koru on the tail of the Air New Zealand plane, tears welled in my eyes as I realised after 6 days of travelling we were finally going to be getting home.
So here we are, we've made it to New Zealand and we're in quarantine in the hotel after 6 days of travelling, 4 flights, halfway around the world, and everybody's tired out in bed asleep at 7:30 at night.
Welcome to our hotel room. In here we have the bathroom, which also doubles as the kitchen sink, the laundry tub. Here we have the disaster that is half unpacked things. Oh, here's the rest of our huge kitchen, and our lovely room comes with a complimentary chiller. That's not a fridge, folks, that's a chiller. This is already, after 24 hours in isolation, how much food we have left over. We are getting well fed here. We now progress into the boys' bedroom. They get to share a lovely double bed with lovely white linen, perfect for little boys. Continuing on down the hallway into the dressing room, into the master suite, complete with Glenn. We carry on from the master suite into the dining room / ironing board and the lounge area. Following on from the lounge area, we have the second half of the dining room / the study, also the school. And out here we have a lovely view of outside. So we hope you enjoyed this tour.
Return to your room and stay in the room. We will make further announcements once the cleaning of the communal areas is done. Thank you.
The morning of day 7 of our quarantine back in New Zealand, and you can see we're full of action. Leo's doing his schoolwork over here. It's raining outside again. Nicola's making the latest movie for our YouTube channel. Blake's doing some schoolwork over here about the toys that we're feeding on the bread outside, and I'm twiddling my thumbs.
This is our walking track that we walk around. So over here is the pool that we can't go in. Then around here there's a little bird just there. You can see. Sorry about the shakiness, I'm not very good at video. I'm gonna walk over here. Over here is the pond. This is the herb garden. I just took a shortcut. And this is the pond.
doing nothing.
Eating food.
Eating lunch. Opening more packaging.
Whereabouts are we?
Yeah.
Where
do you think we are?
In New Zealand.
Isolation.
Isolation in New Zealand. 2 weeks quarantine.
Still.
3 days. 3 days to go.
Yes, that's a whole lot.
And this is how our lunch gets delivered to us, or every meal gets delivered to us 3 times a day. In these bags, which has got a plastic bag, and today we've got beef nachos.
And a salad
And some ginger slice.
and ginger slice.
And some water. And some bread.
And It's been 6 months since we've been home, and we've enjoyed a great New Zealand summer where the boys have done a lot of competitive dinghy sailing. Wave's still in Grenada, and we're not quite sure when we will get her home, but we're hoping that it will be in 2021. So keep you posted when things change.
See you again.
Goodbye.
Bye.